My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Monster Train. It's time to play the Awoken Covenant 1. Let's go. Alright, 2 stings. Ooh, and a preserved thorns for 3 extra stings. Look, if we're ever gonna do a sting build, it's now. +3 to magic power, that's more damage on those stings. So I'm just looking for the sting relics. I'll take the spikes on the sentient here, literally just for early damage. I'm gonna try and make this a whole stings build. Enemies on every floor should be okay because we have all of the stings, as well as a armored unit. A thorned unit, rather. Perfect. Oh, even got the torch for the backliner. Love it. Wait, hang on. I was going to kill the backliner myself anyway with the train steward. Oh, deal. Dang it. Could have saved a little HP there. This Forged Disciple's actually annoying without the stings. So you'll go up to 20. Fine. What, I take 2 damage so far? I do need to start throwing stings on the bottom liner here, actually. So I'm going to take another 2. It's okay, though. Should be able to draw a bunch more stings in this deck, right? Right? Got 2 in the next hand, so I've got 4 in this deck? No, I have 5. Okay, good. That's more what I was expecting. Good thing I took spikes here early. I definitely needed the damage from it. Wildwood Sap? Just to give regen to our, take the Wildwood Sap here. Just give regen to our unit. Molten Hornbreak. Hornbreak is piercing. Deal 6. No. It's not a sting. It's no sting. Forge your spells to gain new power. So, like, consume removal on Preserved Thorns. Holdover on a sting. Those would be pretty good. Molten Sapwood. Animus of Speed. I think I'll take the Animus of Speed just for some damage. Double stack. Yeah. On Wildwood Sap there, pretty good. Need to find relics as soon as possible though. Enemies enter with Spell Shield. That's actually something I can't deal with. Damn you. You got me, game. You absolutely got me. One train steward on the next floor, and then repeat the previous all over again, although take a little bit of damage. Pretty sure at this point with that regen, we're just going to be fine now. Yeah. Completely. Animus of Speed getting multi-strike wouldn't be that bad. In fact, it would be quite good. Vine Grasp. Deal 5 damage and move that unit to the front is really good for getting units out of position so that I can actually hit them with the stings more commonly. Vent. Deal 2x damage to enemy units. That's a little bit of AoE. I want Glimmer for my AoE more than I want Vent, so I don't have to spend all of my energy on it. Do you have any card that's not your champion? Probably Preserve Thorns there entirely. Wild Sap is a little appealing there too. Let's go to the Concealed Caverns first. Alright, I'll spell Rail Spike my Torch out of the deck, I think. Because I already have a lot of other damage cards, damage spells even particularly in my deck. This is good exclusively against bosses, but Preserve Thorns giving me more stings is good in general. I'll also take the Pyre Health. Remember to leave the Pyre Health till last that time. I really need some of the Sting Relics, though, for this to actually take off. These are only going to deal 1 damage by the time they get to the top floor each. And one of them will even die before the enemy, so... Go to the 25 damage on you. Yeah, I'll sack a Train Steward, that's fine. I only need 2 Train Stewards to stand on the floor together anyway. Okay. Let's just kill that to save some HP. Great. I might want to leave the regen for a couple more turns before I actually play it. The idea here being that we only really want the regen on our unit when Daedalus is just about to start attacking it. That'll do. We have a 20 card deck? Really? Oh, yeah, of course we do. Yeah, all the stings. That'll do it. I might not even get back to my regen in time, it looks like. Yeah, this is looking like a serious amount of pyre damage for us. Never mind. Just managed to squeak over the edge there with the extra spell damage. Extra card drawn, definitely. Transcendent, Spike the Hellhorn, One Horn's Tome. One Horn's Tome, I don't actually even have the ability to play it yet on the Animus as well. Spike the Hellhorn, Transcendent. I'm going to take nothing here, and then I will definitely end up regretting it. Do not worry. I've already scheduled time after this recording to actively regret all of the decisions that I've made. But I need to try and make this happen. No. Friendly units gain +2 damage on kill is pretty good for our Thorny boy to get a bunch of damage. Great to remove Consume from a Preserve Thorns. Remove it from the Wildwood Sap. This is... See, if I remove it from one of the Preserved Thorns, and then I give this holdover, every turn I gain 3 stings in hand. I said I was gonna do it. I said I was gonna make a sting deck, and now we're gonna make a sting deck. It's happening. You can't make it not happen. It's illegal. You're kidding me, actually. I spent way too much money there. I need money from a challenge here. I should have just not removed that final card. We're going to be short on purchasing the artifact that I want from the shop, and I'm going to be really sad, but it's going to be entirely my fault. That I'm calling it now. It's all of those things are about to happen. Okay. The armor would be immediately removed from the Sentient. The Sentient is healing back up at the end of the turn with the regen. So I might as well armor a different unit there. Okay. We actually managed to managing rather to get through all of these. I'm very surprised by that, to be honest. All right. Best I can do. Feeling like a heck of a lot of pyre damage here as well, actually. I just needed to see if a deck that is super spell-based can work. Given the start that is basically the best start you could get for that kind of a deck. Ow. 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 Got him! Easy win. Grig's Goad. All demons have multi-strike. I'm going to take the money here. So that I can try and get an actual... yeah. I'll take the Impish Scholar as well. So that I can try and get an actual relic. Here we go. Here's what'll save us. It's this Merchant of Trinkets and this Herzal's Sword. Merchant of Trinkets gives us... nothing that works. Herzal's Sword gives us nothing! Why? Herzal's Sword! I was relying on you. Alright, so we'll get Cursed Vines, 50% chance to swap the front and back units whenever they enter your train. By the way, this was the Consume Crown. Friendly units gain +2 damage on kill, and the spikes do count for that. Bloating Fungus, regen restores +1 health per stack. Yeah, we're like... life is hard for us right now. We've got Merchant of Magic and an artifact in the next area, as well as an event. Let's hope they save us. Because I am going down with this ship. I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flags above my door. I'm in love. And always will be. Sorry, what was I trying to say? I kind of got lost there. Wait, hang on. Put you between those. There you go. Just gonna give it all the regens so that I don't really have to worry about you. All right. That one's gonna get through very healthily, unfortunately. Start trying to remove as much as we can. Even armoring you won't save you, though. Play the train steward on the top line, just get back to my spikes more commonly. The double stack 10 regen is going to be the only reason that I'm capable of winning this. If I am, that is. Also going to try and give as much armor to this Imp Scholar as possible, so after the Sentient dies, the Animus's Will is stuck around for longer. If I gave it to the Animus's Will, sorry, the Animus's Will, the Sentient, it would just get removed and prevent the regen from being as effective as it currently is. Sting. No reason not to. Pass. I like the Preserve Thorns having no consume on it. That is interesting and fun. I like it a lot. Without that regen double stacked and the Impish Scholar to return it to hand, we would definitely have lost this fight. It's just when we have enemies that have 140 HP, they're just going to run straight by us. We're not going to do anything to those. We can't. Yikes. Come on, game. Look at the Merchant of Magic first. Double stack. Spell removal on cost. I mean... usually those are great. Unfortunately, you can't double stack and double stack, by the way, so I can't pop this on top of the Wildwood Sap again and get regen 20. That would be cool as hell, but it would also be pretty broken. First time a unit is healed each turn, draw 1. Okay, so that at the very least, while I use regen, will give me an extra card per turn. Pretty good. I need like an artifact from this. Give me the Cave of Wonders or something. There's the cave. Okay. Have health until you give me the relic, and please give me like 5 energy on turn 1. Yeah. None of these are the Sting relic that we desperately need. Okay. Can I live through the Fell fight? Very unlikely. Well, maybe. Kind of depends. It depends how mean Fell wants to be today. Scourge cards. Okay. Basically, as long as there aren't enemies with like 85 plus HP, we're fine. And thankfully, these enemies, the Absolvers, are very, very weak. So they will just die straight up to our Thorns. It's great. Animus' Will down here. I should also start getting rid of the Alabaster Guardian so the Animus' Will can connect with other targets. Wildwood Sap. Impish Scholar there. Wildwood Sap again. Then I'll start torching the next floor. Beautiful. I mean, if they only show me Absolvers this entire time, we're going to be brilliant. Just unfortunately, I know they have more things that are not just Absolvers. I want that Absolver to die against the Sentient. Well, actually, I want it to die to the Animus of Will here so that I get the Consume Crown trigger. Friendly units gain +2 damage on kill. So I'm intentionally not going to kill it. Wait, hang on. If I move you to the front, you're 25. 17, you'll die to the Animus of Will, and then the Absolver dies to the Sentient. This will give both of them a buff. Beautiful. Start just armoring you up. That probably should have been Train Steward on the top floor. Get it out of the cycle. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. This is what I was talking about. Enemies with 85 have started turning up. The Clipped Guardians. That's exactly where we're going to start having, you know, all of our problems. Thankfully, we had a lot of stings in that hand. Alright. That'll do. Thankfully, I can always play these Scourges out because they don't really do anything. Or rather, sorry, because my hands don't really cost anything is what I meant to say there. That's what happens when you leave your brain on autopilot for a second there. So I'll throw you up there on the top line, and now we're having a little bit of difficulty. No, you know what? 4 HP, that's fine. We'll be okay. Come on, boss. I only just have the damage for you. Regen on a spiked unit is pretty damn good. We should definitely be dead like a couple times over by now. We're no longer regenning back up to full, but thankfully it's still enough. Okay. Extra card again. Alloy of the Ancients, Bramble Lash? Honestly, Bramble Lash, maybe. Like 5 times the amount of spikes on friendly units. That's at least at least 100. Yeah, that'll help us kill like frontline units that have way too much HP, like the 140s. All right, random selection of artifacts, and then we go to the event. Stings. Stings spells gain plus 10 magic power and piercing. That's exactly what I was looking for. Actually, Root Split Mask and Petrified Crucible are also both really good here. Let's go to the Concealed Caverns first. Hopefully I get the money event. That's it. That's the money. We're gonna get all of the relics. Apply daze to enemy units whenever they enter the room below the pyre room. Or conserve energy between turns. Okay, so daze, I'm gonna apply rooted to them whenever they enter the room below the pyre room. But that's sometimes, not always. If I'm going against enemies that give me scourges, I'll set up on the bottom floor. But with the Root Split Mask, I'll set up on the top floor a lot of the time here. A lot of the time, should I even use the Root Split Mask? It'll give me another turn of the enemies having to hit my thorns, which is why I like it. Yeah, I'll take the Unbroken Horn. And I will go for all the relics. Apply rooted to enemy units when they enter the room below the pyre floor, and spike steel plus 1 damage per stack. Sure. At the start of battle, enemy units appear on each floor. That's fine. They get rooted if they're on the top floor, and I want them to be on the top floor. So each of these is extinguishing to deal 5 damage to the frontline enemy unit here. You're going to put a ultimate penance in my hands. It was rough. Right. Shield 2 to start with. Thankfully, the enemies were swapped, so I can actually kill this Purifier here. So you're going to take 40 damage. In the front line as well, so you'll take 17. I mean, that's enough. I can focus on the next Gilded Wing now, I think. Get both Train Stewards out of the deck as well. I need my Impish Scholar also. I'll give you armor this turn. There's our Impish Scholar. Good. I don't think our top floor is gonna, require more than this. This is fine. Okay, good. Scholar there, just sacrifice it, and we got consumed. Yeah, of course, we played them in a different order this time. Well, this fight's actually gonna be a lot worse for us than I thought it was going to be. Move you to the front and then just murder you. I mean, I could just Bramble Lash the front liner, but I might want to just save the energy on that. Yeah, saving the energy on that, like, I take 7 damage here on the Sentient in order to do so, but I only effectively take 2 because of my regen, and the Animus of Will gets... Animus of Will? No, the Sentient gets extra damage itself. Yeah, not having the double stacked regen here is making me feel a little nervous about this, actually. You went and did it to me, game. You actually got me nervous. It's not hard to do in general, but in game though, why? I don't need to play any of these. Save the extra energy. Not exactly that the energy is doing anything for us here, but... Ooh, apply 1 Ember Drain to the attacked unit. Okay. I mean, you'll kill my Train Steward, so... Thanks, I guess? Because you'll apply Ember Drain to it, but then I lose it, so I don't end up losing any Ember. I really wish the boss was on the map right now. I would just be throwing so many stings. I want all of these enemies, ideally, to end up dying on the top line. Because they're just donating damage to my units at this point. Okay, we have mostly stings for the next stand as well. Good. My goal here is just cast as many stings as I can every turn. I'd love some draw in this deck as well. Oh, Bramble Lash on a later turn. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get it on the right turn, but it would have been so good. Oh god, we actually probably end up losing here, right? Yeah, I think we do. Our regen is almost all out. We don't have that much HP. Yeah, we can only take 1 hit to this enemy. Yep. There we go. Ah, so close! That run should not have gotten anywhere near as far as it did. The fact that we got the Thorn Casing at the very end, like, I'm extremely thankful, but we were really gambling hard on it showing up, like, here-ish for us to actually have, like, a fully successful run. Another thing would have been if we ended up getting Holdover also on this Preserve Thorns, so we were generating 3 stings every single turn. That would have been enough value, I think, to probably push us just a little bit over the line. And then the final thing is the Wildwood Sap being the card that we definitely got back from the Impish Scholar would have been important in that final combat. So not playing this Preserve Thorns because it consumes as well and making sure that I got the double Wild Stack. Like, if I had the second Wildwood Sap, I probably would have been fine. So keeping in mind the card that I'm fishing for rather than just playing each hand as it proposes the most value to me is another thing that I need to keep in mind, especially like considering that there were a couple fights before that that showed me very, very clearly that only the regen was the reason that I was still living. I thought that like after the Fell Wings of Light fight, I'd gotten powerful enough that it wasn't going to be my only win condition, but I still should have been planning around it a lot better than I was there. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.